Yes, my parents named me Lara after the heroine in Dr. Shiwago, which led to a lifelong fascination and love for the book. And in 2014, when I learned the true secret history behind the book, I was hooked and just had to find out everything I could about it. In 2015, I went to Russia for research purposes and took the train from Moscow to Peredelkino. And getting off the train in that small village, which had been a writer's colony, was an amazing experience. Just to walk the same streets that Pasternak and Olga walked so many years ago, seeing where Pasternak was buried and seeing where he lived was a memory I'll never forget. My father sent me a link to a Washington Post article in 2014 that was about how the CIA had used Dr. Shiwago as a tool of propaganda by smuggling it back behind the Iron Curtain where it was banned. I was incredibly fascinated with this story, so I began to read every book I could about it, and found out that in 1956, Boris Pasternak had written Dr. Shiwago, but the Soviet Union had refused to publish it. So he handed it off to the Italians, who were the first people to publish it in the West, where it quickly became an international sensation. And the CIA, seeing the success, thought this is a great way to show the Soviet Union that the citizens aren't as free as they think. I subscribe to the thought, read 100 books, write one, and I definitely did that, researching every book I could about Boris Pasternak, about Olga, about the early CIA, about women spies, Russia, anything. And I also traveled to Russia, London, Paris, and Washington, D.C. as part of my research. And I started amassing quite the collection of historical artifacts like tickets to the World's Fair in Brussels, and Boris Pasternak's Time magazine cover, and even a copy of Dr. Shiwago's CIA edition. And all of that led to all the research I did for The Secrets We Kept. I think it's definitely fascinating to read about the women behind the men. When I first started writing The Secrets We Kept, the first voice that came to me was the voice of the CIA typists. And shortly after that, I was interested in Olga, who was Boris Pasternak's lover and muse. And I think hearing the story told from these women gives it a new perspective that readers are just fascinated to read.